But yeah, let's move on to our review of the week, and that is for The Gray Man. When the CIA's most skilled operative, whose true identity is known to none, accidentally uncovers dark agency secrets, a psychopathic former colleague puts a bounty on his head, setting off a global manhunt by international assassins. So that's The Gray Man, Netflix's latest blockbuster film that is currently doing a limited run in theaters before it releases on Netflix on July 22nd. And it comes from the Russo brothers, most known for their run in the MCU with Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, followed by Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. More recently, they've worked with Tom Holland on the Apple TV Plus produced opioid war film drama Cherry. And now they're also back with Chris Evans as the antagonist to Ryan Gosling's Gray Man in The Gray Man. So this is the story adapted from a popular novel series by Mark Greaney. So it's safe to assume that if this does well, we'll probably get a bunch of sequels of The Gray Man. The Gray Man also sees Gosling and Ana de Armas reunite for the first time since 2017's Blade Runner 2049, which, hint, hint, we talked about that movie not too long ago in another video. I'll link it here right now, so go check that out. Coming in at a runtime of a little over 2 hours and filled to the brim with action set pieces set all over Europe. Honestly, kind of reminded me like a 2 hour long cinematic for that web browser game GeoGuessr. I felt like we're just skipping through different parts and I'm like, I know where that is. So that was exciting. Regardless, there's gunfights, there's torture, there's chase scenes, all under the umbrella of a PG-13 rating, which I thought was a bit surprising with how bloody it sometimes gets. But I guess Netflix can kind of get away with, I guess, a looser rating because they have their own streaming service. I don't know. I was just a bit surprised to see a PG rated film that was clearly to me that was definitely deserving an R rating.
An R rating? You're gonna say that that film is
R.
R rated?
Yeah, because like it
Wow.
jumps from PG-13 to R rated. They don't have anything in between. I would say it's like a 16 plus film, but I think in the US they only have R rating.
Like, there's literally 2 more ratings here in Australia before you get to R.
A 15 would also be fine.
I think this film's fine for 4-year-olds. Introducing them to CIA torture is just gonna get them prepped for what they wanna do in their lives
Yeah.
and there's another overthrow of the government.
Yeah, it should be ready. For me, this was also surprisingly like the film we discussed last week, For Love and Thunder. And it seems like these MCU directors are unable to break free from that terrible every character has to be quippy in a sense, that parasite that kind of comes with all the Marvel stuff, and it leaves the films kind of tonally imbalanced. I think The Gray Man doesn't suffer as much as For Love and Thunder because Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling can kind of carry a lot of the weight for this film, and it's also not cut down to 2 hours from a 4 hour long cut. So overall, it's less of a mess of a film. Nonetheless, we get the familiar agent gone rogue type of story, but in order to raise the stakes, I feel like at some point in the movie, everyone goes rogue and everyone goes crazy, which kind of pulled me out of the film. But that's what you can expect for The Gray Man. But before I give anything more specific away and share my spoiler thoughts on the film, we'll transition our review into the spoiler discussion. But if you've seen these types of films, then you definitely won't be surprised by The Gray Man.